welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Today we're actually going to do a review on the new Becca powder. It's the Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder. I just call it like wet powder because it's supposedly supposed to feel wet. But I have the website up, so let's see what it's all about. So it's 50% water, which is interesting. It does have like a peach tint to it, so I'm wondering if it's gonna make my concealer darker or not. I don't have any concealer on yet. We're gonna use the Pro Concealer from L'Oreal, LA Girl. It says that it is supposed to smooth and feel like a mist, finish and feel comfortable, be ultra fine, which it looks like it is, and what else? I think that's pretty much it. It's supposed to blur fine lines and imperfections, so hope it does something to my pores. And you are able to refresh your makeup with it. So like if I was going to wear it for 5 hours, I can refresh it in certain areas, which sounds risky. I've done that before, and sometimes it like removes the concealer off or whatever on your foundation or anything like that. It like removes it, and I don't want that to happen. Like if you're trying to set it, it kind of like lifts it at the same time instead of packing a little more on. Plus you can look really cakey if you do that. So this one's supposed to be different. Before we get started, I have a new the Black Beauty Blender I just applied my foundation with. I'm using the Pro Glow from L'Oreal in 202, and I usually use Laura Mercier, Kat Von D, or Ben 9 Neutral Set. So those are all like my 3 setting powders that I use for under the eyes and for the full face. So we will see how it is. I've been having like issues lately with under my eye being a little bit creasy and looking a little dry, even though it's the summertime. So hopefully this will do me justice here. I don't even know. So let's see how it feels. Let's put on some concealer first, and then we will set the concealer. I'm gonna try a beauty blender, even though I know that's a risky move. I feel like I don't know if you guys notice, but when you set your under eye or like your face with a beauty blender, it gets a little bit darker, and I think it's because of the water. Just like if it's gonna oxidize when it hits air, like your foundation when it's on your face, it kind of changes color. But I also have a brush too from Real Techniques, so we're gonna try that as well on the other side, and then I'll set my whole face with it too. I just don't want to be like pinky, but we will see. So let me apply my concealer real quick. Okay, cool. So concealer is on, as you can tell. This is not really damp nor wet. It's kind of a little dry right now. So hopefully that will work in my favor. I didn't want to get it too wet because I wasn't sure, but let me just fix this a little bit. Okay, so sorry, I need to like clean my hand. I like the packaging, but it gets all like fingerprints on it and everything. So in the inside it says keep me closed to keep me cool, which is interesting. I don't know if you can see that. I think you're a little too far to see that, sorry. But let's open it and let's rip this off. Ooh. It's like a little fabric kind of sifter in there, which is nice. Let me feel it on my hand real quick and see. I don't know, it feels normal in my hand. I've seen a lot of people put it on their hand and they feel it right away. So let's try the eye. Even though I'm risking it, I know. I don't know if I'm supposed to put it in the cap or let's just go right in here. It is really, really fine. So let's put it under the eye and wish me luck. Oh yeah, that feels so wet. It feels just like a damp beauty blender. But it smoothed out everything right away, which is dope. It did make it darker. It looks just like my skin tone. It doesn't, my under eyes don't look as bright anymore. Let's try it with a sponge, a brush. Okay, let's try it with a brush on this side. I want you to see, but I want to do this as well. Oh yeah, it feels the same. It feels like a fine mist on the face as you tap it lightly. It looks like I'm getting the same finish on both sides, which is cool. I never set my under eye with brushes anymore because I feel like it piles up the product instead of pressing it in, but this is looking really nice right now. They look the same, but it did darken it up a little more on this side. Let me check. Oh, but my pores, everything looks good. Let's try the whole face. I'm interested in trying the whole face. Let's just take a big fluffy brush. Sometimes I take this one, like a big fluffy brush, or I take like a little taper brush if it's like in certain areas where I just need powder. But let's try it. Let me shake it. And honestly, guys, it doesn't look like you get too much powder from here, and it is flying everywhere like a fine mist, but I'm not sure if it has flashback either, but probably not. So let's see. Let me shake it off a little bit, and let's just pat. Oh, with the big brush, it feels like I just cleaned my brushes and I left a damp one out and I'm applying it now. It feels like it wasn't fully dry. That's so weird. I wonder if this will help with like dry skin and fine lines. I know that sometimes like my fine lines on my forehead come out if I'm wearing my makeup too long because it's trying to find some moisture. How weird. Hold on. I don't want to use too much because it's like they don't give you a lot, but I wonder, it looks good on camera, like it doesn't look like it changed at all the color on my face, but under my eyes for sure. I mean, they still look bright, like this side looks better than this side, but okay guys, what do we think? I think I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and see how everything else applies on top of it, but let me give you a closer look real quick before I finish everything. Okay, hi, we're closer. I have like a super messy bun in because I need to get this video out first, and then I have another video I'm doing, but this shirt is so cute. I'm loving this color on me. I love it. I feel like summer vibes. Yes. Anyways, back to the product. Do you see? I like how it made my pores look too. Like, do you see how smooth my face looks? Let me know if it looks like a darker color than my body or a lighter color. Either way, in person it looks fine, but with the lighting it might look a little different. But yeah, let me put on, do you see this side being a little bit lighter than this side? I like it though. I thought I wasn't gonna like it. And I thought it was gonna feel a little more crazy. A little more crazy. A little crazier than that. Like a little more, like I'm spritzing, drenching myself in water. It wasn't that bad. So people are being a little dramatic. But I mean, with a beauty blender, not that bad. Unless you really want, I'm curious. As I choke on myself, oh my gosh. I'm curious if I use like a light concealer, like super duper light, like what I carve my my brows with. If I use that and then set with this, it will make it like the light color that I want under my eye, but also like making it a little dark and peachy, so it's kind of like the concealer I have on right now is the color I like, but without making it look like I'm just one dimension, if that makes sense. But anyways, let me come back and apply everything and tell you how it applied on top of this. Alright guys, so this is with everything on. I actually am kind of liking the left hand side that I used the beauty blender with. This side, I mean, I feel like it brightened a little bit too, and it looks like okay now. It looks a little brightened in there, like it, I don't know, oxidized lighter. I have no idea. But I went outside, and since I did set my whole face with it, it does look a teeny bit pink, but it's not bad. It's not like dramatically different. It's just a light sheer pink. It's like a baby pink, very light. So maybe I'll just use it under the eyes and set with a translucent clear powder like my Ben Nye on my face. But let's try applying it again, like resetting it. And I did not spray my face yet with setting spray, so I don't know if I should do that and then try setting it and see if that messes it up, because that's what you're gonna do. Let's just try it. I'm scared, but let's try it. Okay, all-nighter. Let's let it sit a little bit, and then we will try setting one spot. I did notice that since I put a lot on this side when I was with my beauty blender, it does look like I have a little patch on my nose where I ended with the beauty blender, but you know, sorry, a little distracted waiting. Okay, so I look dry. So let's try it. I actually kind of look matte, which I'm surprised. I thought I was going to be a little dewy with that. And my foundation is a little dewy too, so I thought this powder would help it set, but then also keep it dewy and matte. I don't know if that makes sense. But it looks pretty matte to me, which is weird with all the water that it has in there. So let's try putting a little bit of this on just to, you know, refresh it. Let's try the forehead first. It feels a little less wet now, but nothing lifted. Let's try like under the eye and see if that does anything. Still feels wet. Still looks super smooth and blurring out everything, so I'm trying it on my nose too. See, I feel like setting it with the beauty blender on this side helped it make it a little bit brighter instead of using like a taper brush. Yeah, pores still look good. And I still look matte. Interesting. Yeah, my pores, like, I have a lot of pores like around my cheek and I can't see them really. Does it look lighter underneath the eye? I feel like it does. And it looks super, here, let me show you. It looks pretty darn smooth right here. I mean, all over too, but like, especially right here. So I guess it does work for setting everything and refreshing everything. I did try to like bake underneath my my bronzer and that didn't really work. It made it like a little bit darker, but that's okay. We know that we can't use it for that. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. I thought I was gonna hate it and it's like stupid and a gimmick, which it kind of is, but I could use this under the eye. Maybe I won't have any like dryness anymore. Like I don't see too much. I mean, I already have creases under my eye. That's like, they're there. But it looks so smooth and it doesn't look powdery really. But it's still matte and set everything, so I kind of like that. But yeah, that's my review and first impressions, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I'm going to use this again. If you want me to update you guys on a like all day wear, like if I wear it to work for 8 hours and see how my under eyes look, I can definitely pin a comment down below if you'd like me to. But thanks for staying this long, and subscribe, comment, and like if you'd like to, and I'll see you guys in the next one.